So I'm joined by two Joneses, and guess what? I'm a Jones as well.
Excellent.
So it's a room full of Joneses.
3 at least.
Yeah, well, slowly taking over the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is ideal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fantastic situation to be in. So talking about fantastic, what a film, guys.
Oh,
it was so fun. It was like a light-hearted giggle. Was it daunting, putting that name to your name?
Well, I'm sure Toby has a different take on it, real different take on it. But from this Jones, it was a blast because basically when I knew that Toby and Bill and Tom and everybody was going to be in this, I went, I want to be in that gang. I want to just hang with these guys, even if we don't shoot a frame of film. I want to sit. I want to listen to the banter and the stories and the dynamics. So I had a fresh new character to create. To come into the world in which Toby gets to play as a great actor, a great character that I think that any great actor would like to play that role, right?
Yes, maybe not everyone would be quite so stupid enough to accept the part. I felt, of course you feel totally daunted. I mean, I have to say, before most roles I feel pretty daunted, but this one, I think because it's only it's identified with one other actor who did it definitively. I think it took the circumstances to be right before I would, consider it. And I really, really loved the script, but that probably wasn't it. It was probably more just like Catherine. I looked at the strength of the other actors, and I, in a way, just sort of selfishly, there came a point where I went, well, I just kind of like to do those scenes with those actors. They're funny situations. I'd like to have a go at doing it. And so in that sense, I don't think I've ever stopped being daunted, but it was more that I couldn't resist the opportunity to work with those people.
And what a lovely role you had. I mean, you got to walk out the water holding this beautiful lady.
Yes, in November, yes.
I love I'm not spoiling it for the audience, but there is a part where Toby, they took the take when you collapse with me under the weight of me. I laughed so hard last night because I saw it with the audience. I've seen the film before last night at the premiere, but I saw it with an audience, which is always my favourite thing to do. Oh. I laughed so hard because there's a scene I remember my wet. I was a dead weight anyway, and then the sopping costume on top, and then just see Toby like collapsing.
Oh, no, that was acting. I mean, it was nothing to do with it.
No, it was, and it's okay.
Yeah.
What was that scene like to film? Were you nervous about it, knowing it was coming up? Was it a bit awkward?
Not awkward. I think it was more. It was late November in the North Sea, so I was sort of nervous about being cold, and then I was sort of amazed. Everyone said, "Well, Catherine's ready to go," and I was going, "Oh, no. Now there's no way out of it. We are definitely." I was hoping she'd sort of pull some hissy fit and refuse to do it, but she, was game on to do it, so I had to do it, and then the first challenge was getting into the water. Then, for me, because I had this enormous fat suit on, plus a dry suit, it was staying under the water when I had to be under the water.
Were they weighting you down?
Yeah, they gave me stage weights to stay under the water.
Like some mafia trick.
And then I thought, it's all worthwhile, because every time I came out, there'd be this huge laugh. I thought, it's great. And then they would tell me there's a seal about 20 yards behind me, and every time I came up, it would go down again, and every time I went down, the seal would come up again.
Well, you could at least be a synchronised swimmer.
Exactly.
Maybe. And I have to ask you, a lot of flirting in this movie. Did you kind of learn a lot of techniques and how to woo a woman?
Between the men?
Yeah. Did you all talk
flirting
about
with each other?
You're all flirting with Catherine. Did you feel like you all taught each other chat-up lines, things like that?
I don't remember us doing that. I don't know what was going on with you up at the hotel.
Oh, I loved it. No, I loved it. I cherished just the way it was in the trailer, the makeup trailer. I was seated next to Tom Courtenay. So I'd always I always got my morning kiss.
Yes. Yeah.
Asked me if I wanted a cup of tea. He was going to brew one.
Typical curry
and
flavour.
I did get treated like a nice lady, and I loved my attention in the morning.
As you deserve as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. I loved it.
Thank you. I'm glad you
Thanks a
did.
lot.